How's it going? All right, and this is your July mid-month reading for 2022. And I just want to say I'm sorry because I know I've been saying I'm going to be doing the individual side readings for months and months and months, and life just got really, really chaotic for quite some time. And because of that, I had to kind of postpone being able to do the individual signs readings, which I am now bringing them back. So I'm bringing them back now at the middle of the month. So this is going to be your mid-month, and starting at the beginning of August, we'll start with the entire month, full month reading for each individual sign. And then in the mid month, we will do the mid month bonus reading to kind of fill the gaps or produce whatever information that needed to come through that didn't quite come through on the initial reading. So, kind of, some people call them a spot cleanse or anything like that, but it's just whatever residual energies that may not have come through, or if anything had kind of somewhat changed just a little bit, kind of helping with some path working from the original reading. So, some information that has changed for this month is the only way to schedule a personal reading with me is in the email in the description box below. All the information that you need to schedule a personal reading with me will be located in the description box below. I will no longer be accepting any messages for people wanting to schedule appointments on my social media. I know sometimes people message me on there because it's easier to get a hold of me, but it is just way too chaotic. I receive so many messages, it's hard to even fathom keeping track on there anymore. So everything has to and will only go through the email address provided below. That's also directly connected to my scheduling software and everything, so it just makes it all effortless. Alrighty, and it keeps my social medias free from, scammers and things like that, because if you can only go through a email address and that's the only email address, it makes it quite difficult for scammers to scam people further. And it's been happening quite a bit lately where people are saying, oh, you reached out to me to schedule a reading, and I'm like, no, I did not. I've never reached out to anybody in my life and offered to read for them like that, like, just a cold reach out like that. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't solicit readings. I'm sorry. People come to me, not the other way around. And it's like, well, I paid for it. And it's like, you didn't pay me. And I feel really bad, but I'm constantly telling people, like, there are scammers out there. And these are my only social medias, which are also in my link tree listed in the description box below. Those are my only social medias. Anything else is not me. Don't respond to it. Don't send them money or anything like that. It's just, you're not going to get what you anticipate out of it. I also don't do spells for relieving generational curses or whatever it is people are soliciting, saying, I'm the only one who can relieve this curse that's on you. And no, I don't do anything like that. So don't fall victim to that stuff, please. They'll scam you out of a ton of money, and that's not cool. And what else? Oh, so I have a new Tarot Live on Locations segment that I've been doing. The first one I did was at Universal Studios Hollywood, which was interesting, fun, and chaotic at the same time. But this next one's going to be live on location downtown, Old Town San Diego, at the El Campo Santo Cemetery. That is extremely haunted, and it is right adjacent to the very notoriously famously haunted Whaley House. So this will be very, very interesting. Hopefully you guys can all join me on Tuesday night. And as always, hopefully you guys can join me this evening at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time for the weekly All Signs reading. So I know I'm doing a bunch of readings today, but hey, it'll be worth it, right? Alrighty, so Gemini, let's see what messages are coming through for you for your mid-month reading for July 2022. Just know that these readings are timeless, so even though it is recorded today for July, it does not necessarily mean that that's when this reading will cross your path. So when this reading does cross your path, maybe that's the time it's going to resonate best for you. If it does not, you can also check your moon and rising sign, as those may resonate with you better. If not, feel free to check any of my previous other readings and see if those may resonate with you at this time. If that's what you're needing is some guidance, perhaps there will be some guidance in store for you there. And if not, if nothing else comes through, there's a ton of other readers on YouTube as well as other social media platforms. You can always check there. But it may just mean that maybe a message isn't ready for you yet. And maybe you can check back at another time. All right. So, how we're going to do this reading for you, Gemini, is we've already pulled some cards to get some baseline reading for you. We've got the overall energy and the current message coming through. As soon as we go ahead and dive into this, we'll go ahead and clarify a few cards to just try to get those messages out as cleanly as possible and try to bridge any gaps if there is any, and just kind of clarify the messages coming through. After that, we'll pull some cards to get some advice going forward, and then after that, we will go ahead and pull some number and letter charms to kind of see if there's any initials or numerologies that might help apply messages to you as well. All right, Gemini, we have the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Wands in reverse, the Devil in reverse, the Seven of Cups. I'm sorry, the Six of Cups. No, I'm seven. It's been a day. Seven of Cups. I had it right the first time, and the Nine of Pentacles. And you do have the Hierophant in the upright as your overall energy. So, spiritual lessons, right? Lessons from above. These are higher, we're learning things, we're taking control of ourselves, we're learning, we're open to the messages that are coming through that are meant for us. Good deal, Gemini. You should always be open and understanding that these lessons and messages are meant for you, that they're coming through for you. This is at a time that you need to really sit and calm yourself, understand what it is that you're going through. When we go through life with something that has been controlling of us or is almost, dare I say, toxic to us, and we're like, you know what, I want to hold on to my morals so strongly, and my beliefs so strongly that I'll stay in something that may not be what's best for me. Don't confuse the moral compass that you have for the lessons that your spiritual guidance is trying to produce for you. And I'll go into that a little bit deeper. Right here with the 4 and 5, we're progressing towards ending this. Right here, this to me is marriage, like in its essence, because the 4 of Wands, when it's in its upright, you see it as like, the archway, it symbolizes, it's very symbolic of a wedding. Okay, you've got the arch right there and everything. When it's in the reverse, it's like this could mean the ending of, or needing to face that the idea of marriage is you're very consumed by it. All right, maybe you're in a relationship that you really were hoping would blossom towards, marriage or higher matrimonial, and maybe it's just not going that way. Maybe that's not where we need to be heading right now, even though you're like, I'm with this person, this is what I really want, and I think everything's perfect and in alignment for it. You know what, maybe that person isn't on that path, and maybe you need to consider, what you need to do to kind of, I don't want to say walk away from the situation, but that's kind of what you're doing. Maybe you need to kind of let go and go forward from the idea that, maybe we're not meant to be married, things like that. You need to you need something that isn't consuming and controlling of you. That's what I'm seeing with this Devil card right here. That's why I said maybe it's a thought-based thing, especially since you have the 4 and 5 of Swords. This is a progressional going forward because you have the 4 and 5. I'm sorry, 6, not 5. I keep, why do I keep saying that? Because my dyslexia is like going into overdrive today for some reason. I'm flip flopping numbers. It's driving me crazy. Six of Swords. So we're going upwards. We're going forward instead of like four into two or four into three. This is four into six. So we're progressing into a sense of this isn't quite working out. Maybe I don't want this something controlling me like this. And then with this Seven of Cups, you have options. That's what you see. That's the essence of this cup, is options, varying options. And these finding things that are good for you, that actually go in alignment towards things that you want. So if the person you're with is like, I love you and I want to be with you, but I don't really want to get married, maybe it might be time for you to move on from this person, or to free each other up, because you know marriage isn't, it might be on one person's mind, but it might not be on the other person's mind. And that's not fair to just stay in a relationship, when somebody wants something stronger or different, and to just kind of waste each other's time. So you might want to look into some other options that actually are fortifying you towards what it is that you're trying to achieve. And maybe it is that matrimonial state, or that matrimonial bond that you are looking for. So we're going to go ahead and clarify some stuff just to make sure that those are the energies that the tarot is trying to bring forward for you, Gemini. Let's see if there might be any other messages coming through. We just want to make sure. This is our double check. All right, so let's clarify that Four of Wands real quick. Okay. New beginnings, new forward movement. Yeah, we're relieving some burdens. It's time to really start looking into the sense of new. You need to be fair. You need to be fair to yourself. You need to be fair to the other person, or the other consideration in this situation. They are ASMR for me too. I like hearing the card shuffle. I have a specific tarot reader that she shuffles a specific way, and it's like it's the same repetition sound every single time. I adore her. Um, but back to this, new beginnings to relieve the burden. But being fair to yourself and that other party. All right. So let's clarify the that Seven of Cups. Clarify the Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands. You're not feeling, are you staying with somebody because you're like, I just don't, I don't look as good as I used to. I can't really go forward. Maybe I'm not somebody's option. I'm not going to be, a lot of older people, when we hit a certain age, and when I say older, I just mean like outside of your teens and 20s, right? Or outside of your 20s, realistically, where you're like, what, put on a little extra pound here or two. I gotta, I'm having to get Botox now, stuff like that. Maybe you're not feeling quite as young and, you know, voluptuous as you once did, with that Queen of Wands in reverse. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm just not as in control of things. I'm not that same vibrant person because I have, dare I say, settled into the thought, gotten comfortable with the idea that you might be with this one person. So you've already made the plans. You've already just, gotten comfortable, and you're like, now I have to like go forward looking for, something that's new and fair and balanced for me. And you're just not feeling comfortable. You're not feeling that confidence. And you're like, I just want something simple. I just want something that's good for me. And I'm not looking for going out in there and host strolling it. You're like, I just want like a good, simple person. And, that's probably why you're like, I I don't know what to do. I don't want to, move forward because I don't want to go out, dating. I don't want to be and I can relate because I know when I went through my divorce, even so recently, I was like, I gotta freaking go date again. You know how shitty that was? I mean, in the dawn of the area where we're like, we don't even go out organically and meet people anymore, right? We like go to Tinder, and we swipe and we're like, okay, yay, you're cute, you're cool, blah blah blah, swipe left, swipe right. Nobody's even like going out and meeting anybody like organically and learning somebody as a personality anymore. It's like, do you look at in your profile picture? Did you write clever enough crap? Are you appealing in that way? And then we go on these weird dates that are like, yeah, you look nothing like you did on Tinder, and stuff like that. And in my mind, I was like, oh my god, I don't even want to do this. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to have to relearn somebody. And I get it. And that's the kind of vibe that I'm feeling from this right here. Is this person is like, there's a specific Gemini out there that's like, I don't even want to deal with none of that nonsense anymore. I just want to be happy. I just want to, have a partner. I want to conquer the world with somebody. I don't want to go out. I don't want the story anymore. I don't want the free t-shirt. I want my partner. And the having a partner, somebody that you're compatible with, that you enjoy the world with, that you enjoy even just that simple thing of having a good cup of coffee in the morning with, or a good cup of tea, or a boba, whatever the heck it is that you drink or you enjoy that sets you up for your daily challenge. Just to take on the world that day and share that with that person, share that space, share that, opening of the day with somebody that can start you off in the best ways. That can be that right foot forward. And to think like, oh no, I didn't find that person, now I gotta go find that person. It can be draining. It can be hard. And when you're like, all I want is that one person that just is ready to rock this shit the same way I am, that's all I want. I don't care about any of the flashy stuff. I can go get my own flashy shit. Like, I get it. I think a lot of us do. So let's do one more. Let's clarify that Nine of Pentacles. What we trying to get with this Nine of Pentacles? Okay. Page of Wands. King of Wands. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah, and what's funny, look at that. You got the King of Swords at the bottom right there. All right, so Page, King, Queen. I mean, you're going to have some options. Like, clearly there was some options. But you know what? I think now is the time for you to decide what kind of woman you want to be, or what kind of man you want to be in the counterpart for your partner. Now, remember, there's no real genders in the tarot. We are depicted as, king, queen, and there are energies of feminine and masculine. So it's really telling you, to mature up the things that you want to mature up. Okay, go ahead and figure out where your boundaries are, where what is going to take, what you don't want and what you do want. That's what I'm seeing from this page to the King of Wands. What you don't want the fuck boy. You want the real deal. You want somebody that is confident, that knows what they want, that has that same vigor in life, that has that same tenacity, that flash. Because you're ready to go to war with somebody in this world. You're ready to tackle this world down. But you need to know that somebody's going to come up to the plate with you. All right? And it is coming. It's definitely there. It's just like, you got to do a little bit of work on yourself to figure out, so you're ready and available for when that person does show up, so they recognize you. When when team recognizes team, okay? And I don't want you to miss that team player because you're like being stuck in this past energy, all right? So let's go ahead and pull some advice moving forward. See what we got here for you, Gemini. Let's see what's the advice going forward. Let me throw a couple of shuffles in because I know people like that ASMR. We're going to dedicate this to Miss Jenna Chick Magnet. This right here. If you haven't subscribed to Chick Magnet Fishing, you should probably head on over and do that. Because she's got a cute little channel going. She's got some videos popping up now. You should probably go check her out. She's a really awesome person. Alrighty. Gemini, advice moving forward. Let's see what advice we need moving forward with our energies. Some stubborn ass energies right here. Cards didn't want to flip forward. Alright, alright. So don't be too caught up in, the idea that you need to have a specific type of relationship, okay? Because that's letting shit control you, and that's not going to let stuff pass through organically. And I'm getting this vibe here, Gemini, that the person that you're manifesting, you're not even consciously aware of. You're not even consciously aware of them. And I'm almost getting that they're a new person. I think you want that new energy, and especially with this Ace of Cups, it is coming forward. Like I told you, it's all leading up to coming forward. To get to that point, work on yourself. Devil energy doesn't always have to be bad. You might be dealing with a Capricorn coming into your world. But also, be okay with feeling sexy once in a while. Be okay with feeling a little bit, letting loose and stuff like that. Don't always sit there and be like, no, everything has to be just, a specific way, and I got to go with what I'm told spiritually and morality and all that. Sometimes we got to be a little bit more of, sometimes we want to play with our ego. Let it be a confidence boost, okay? In other words, is what I'm trying to. I'm not telling you to go out and be trashy and sleep with everybody. Don't do that. But, right now, you're not being fair to yourself a whole lot. You're in a state of like, no, I need to be good to get good and da da da. Okay, you need to be fair to yourself, all right? And right now you're feeling like life isn't very fair to you. And you're letting certain things control you that you don't need to let control you, all right? Like that prospect of, I'm at the age where I should be a mom or anything like that. And I'm not yet. If you have those kind of thoughts, where you're like, I'm a time bomb, I need to do this now. No, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. Don't let people fool you and push shit into your head, okay? So good relationships happen in good timing, all right? A watched pot never boils, all right? They take freaking forever, and it's always a buzzkill, all right? So just go into things where the controlling factor, the control you have on yourself is, knowing your boundaries more than anything. Not this whole situation, oh, I need to let the idea of having a relationship control me. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. All right, so let's see what letters and numbers are coming up for Gemini for the month of July. I dropped a whole bunch of cards down my arm. Alrighty. My arm hit the pile of cards. Those are some interesting letters and numbers. One of my previous videos, someone had mentioned that they add up the numbers and then they reduce them down, and that's how they get their angel number for the month. That's a suggestion to you. But, if any of those numbers, letters, anything like that formulates something that makes sense to you, hey, apply it and see what it does for you this month. But I just want to say thank you to every single one of you who stop in and pay attention to my readings. For all those people that like, share, and subscribe, you guys mean the world to me. You are amazing. I notice every single time, every single one of you. It like nobody goes unnoticed. You guys are amazing, and you make this channel what it is. You make me want to provide more. You make me want to be a better reader and things like that. So please stop by and check in with the live on location reading on Tuesday night. And I guess I'll see you tonight as well for the all signs reading. If you have not done so yet, please like this video. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss any future readings. And as always, you are the magic in your world, and I adore you. And please stay amazing. And I will see you next time. Take care.